Mirage! The old dusting ground for just about every team. We're into it. It's Ago's pick, and Entropiq starting on the defense, and Nickelback trying to get right up in there. Pistol comes out late, but it's Crad to avenge him. And okay, it's looking good initially for the Polar squad. And Arcus, new guy on, new guy dead. Not looking good so far for Entropiq. They've been basically swept out of this one. Bomb's now planted. And Forrester will attempt a little bit of a comeback here, but I don't imagine it's going to go too well. Quick pistol.
Yeah, Forrester's probably wondering what's just happened. I was on B, guys, and you've all died. You've given me no chance. I can't even escape. As Forrester hits the deck, wow, that was speedy. I don't think I've seen a fast jungle take pistol like that for ages. And AGO bring it out, very aggressive. It looked like Nickelback had no idea what it hit him, and everyone else just cascaded off the server just as quickly. That was fast and furious.
Well, reinvestment coming in here for Entropiq. They'll try and get a little furious, fast action of their own. And they'll go for a stack to do so. Which, well, there's still a possibility that they go trip this way, but with mid-control starting to be established with presence in the apartments, they've got at least the initial lean. Go towards the light site, and a flash over on Catwalk means they should have the right positioning for this. There they go. It was actually a smoke. There's the flash. In they go. Bench player dead, and with that, no one's really able to do much about this. Entropiq going to try and force this issue. They're getting back into the site. Some teams might just pull the plug, but on Entropiq. But perhaps they should have. There's one man left. Mir, as it's been a massacre of his compadres. And I don't imagine Mir is going to survive much longer. No, he does not. Well done for Ago. A ripping start to this map.
Felt like they should have saved. You commit to the A stack at the start. Rotation's too long. You could see trying to get out of the market, and it was all too easy for AGO, who already set up and got all out all over the bomb site. So I'd like to see a save, but I like the round from AGO. You don't see the smoke as well onto ladder room very often, but it's nice. Just get rid of that as an opportunity, and so far so good. AGO, 1 death in 2 rounds. That's pretty good.
Slower pace for this one. Interesting, right? I mean, this is presumably a round where you got nothing on the other side, but AGO are going to take their time with it. They're going to set in a little bit of pace. They've gone for 2 quick pitches. 2 fastballs, if you will. Now they're throwing the slider.
I know nothing about baseball, but I agree.
don't either, but I know the words.
I agree. I thought slider was a burger.
It is a burger also. It's a little burgers.
Okay.
The little like 2 or 3 bite burgers. Those are called sliders. But also a slider is a pitch that like slides across the plate to offset someone's aim. Forrester does get a cheeky play off of this odd angle on B, but at this point, oh, okay, all right. Health not looking great. Lamad's just gonna get rid of guns here to make sure they can't be salvaged. She does leave his Galil behind, so he just wanted to make sure they couldn't get the AK, I guess. The Galil, not a boutique enough prize for them to guard it. Definitely no question about this round. But some question about baseball. Yeah, so my understanding is that a slider basically is supposed to like move laterally as it crosses the plate to make it very tricky to hit at the right point.
So you must throw it with, well, it'll be top spin or whatever.
I don't know.
Or backspin, but horizontally instead of vertically.
Then there's a knuckleball, which I think is supposed to drop. I might be wrong about that one. Fastball is obviously just as fast as you dang well can. They throw like 100-mile-per-hour fastballs. MLB pitchers do. What else we got? Those are the ones I know.
There's a load of them for cricket, but I don't remember any of the names.
Curveball. course. Okay, curveball. Right, throwing out a curveball. There we go. All right, that's the extent of my baseball knowledge. It's all gained from playing backyard baseball as a wee lad. That is the extent of my information. Crad is really trusting this smoke. What is he trying to line up here? What is this pixel lineup that Crad is doing?
I think he's looking down to dodge flashes.
Interesting. It's one of those things where, like, maybe you look like a genius until someone just decides to walk the smoke for whatever reason, and you're just staring at your feet and dead. So, a little bit of a risky play, perhaps, from Crad, but the execute is going to come through on towards A, and now Crad, positioned out by default, he could be in position to do something about this. He's burning. He's burning! Crad is down for the count. And Arquez did connect. He is picking up the AWP, so that's interesting. Stepping in for Alien. Picking up the AWP, at least initially. Furlan's position and connect is going to be tough to deal with. Never mind, Mira's game for it. And now, this is looking like a messier post plant. Bomb's going to be down. Molotov will secure Firebox, and they'll catch PHR trying to get back off of it. Snatchie going to rotate in. They'll double play ramp. Bomb is planted for them to defend, and that's a big kill to find initially for LeMan. Snatchie doubling it up. 2-on-2 now. A 2-on-2. Nickel back in an Arquez. The stand-in gets it done. Plenty of time for the defuse, no problems here, and it's Entropiq on the board.
It was a nice retake. I think Mia's kill and connector was probably the most important. Well done for checking that angle. And yeah, they just had so many nades. Had HE grenades, couldn't quite get it down on the bomb as it's being planted, but they came in real handy as they clear through the positions, so decent stuff. Decent stuff as they get a gun round on the board. And I think the player I'm most interested to hit by here is probably an Arquez, and the sort of style he's going to bring. You can imagine, given the circumstances, he should be able to call whatever he likes because there's no real pressure, there's no real setups. Just go loose.
Yeah, I'd imagine as well it's something that could... Well, actually, they've switched him completely over. I was going to say, I mean, one of the ways that you can do it is you can just sort of plant somebody with that CT side up and make it a reliable defense. But they've shifted him to the other side of the map, and Arquez calling in towards apartments in this one. So clearly they are going to stay mobile with it. You're absolutely right there, Alan. But this is a different look for him.
This is so slow from AGO. They've still got so many nades, so they must be deliberate. And they get a run boost out. Nobody nearby, so shouldn't be much risk, but they have lost a lot of time on the clock.
It is an interesting contrast to those first couple of rounds. Very successful.
That's also the
Very
first
pacey.
smoke the CTs have burnt. 4 left.
Uh-oh. I'll leave a player chair. It seems like this is going to be an A take. Three players bunched towards A. One more can quickly rotate. And Arquez is really the only player who might have difficulty rotating. Be a little slow to it. Furlan is here to control the players in mid. And now on comes the move. They're making their way in towards the site. You've got Forrest, tucked in the sandwich. Crab's going to take a peek. That flashbang is good, but he can't execute. Damage is done. Now, it's going to be overwhelmed. Forrester taking down 2 from his sandwich position. They dropped another one in there. They know he's there, but Astro still getting something done. I think it's supposed to be Axe Echo. I'm not actually sure on this one. So he is playing instead of Mini Rocks. Not the coach involved here. But time is going to run out, and it is going to be the round for Entropiq.
Yeah, just too slow. Too slow from AGO. And Enjoy played it well, and Arquez saw nothing B. They cleared mid with Molly, so they just knew it was A. And Forrester does well from Sandwich to get to that second kill. He's on such low HP when he took that fight. So credit to him, and yeah, Entropiq just handed all the information, and Arquez collected good info in the last. This one's even better. A kill and can call nothing else is out mid. This is perfect for Entropiq.
Nickelback is about to have contact here with LeMan. About to be the focus to determine the round. Oh, and that's going to go the way of Entropiq. 2 big kills coming through, and at this point, I mean, the brakes have been put on, right? Ego have nothing. Got nothing to work with. They're just going to try and let the individuals hunt, let them find some sort of picks, some sort of action. But then a 2v5 getting out on towards the site is going to be a tough ask to begin with. Seems like they may just group and try and hit A, but what do you do here? You got a single smoke, you got a couple of HEs. Good luck. And Krad's even taking space in towards Palace, so he's starting to confirm this. They know there's no Palace presence on it. As soon as they see these 2 players, it should just be a collapse upon them. Smoke's been shown. Now they've got the information. Now it's coming through. All the crosshairs are turning their way. First domino falls. Furlan does get one. Honestly, it's been difficult in this situation. He will just be overwhelmed. Too many crosshairs for him to deal with. There was no chance he was getting away from that one.
These last few rounds have felt very deflating. I think that's 3 in a row now where Entropiq have just looked in such a strong position from the get-go. Of course, that one, Anarchist gets the kill, and they're just losing numbers one by one. And I thought they'd even save in that 2-on-5, but they commit to it and only find 1 frag for their trouble. No bomb plant either means Cash is mega stripped, and well, they're going for the bomb plant, Mike. Here comes the waterfall.
Well, now. Waterfall has been stopped. Anarchist presents a pretty good umbrella. Good enough umbrella to hold back a waterfall. It's an umbrella I'd like to have.
I know. Mine always, they flip over backwards in the wind. Invert.
Yeah.
Well, his is made of, carbon fiber or something, if it's that strong.
So there's a great store in your town. I'm trying to remember what it's called. I can probably find it. That is a very fancy, very high-end umbrella maker. And on their outside sign, they also advertise sword canes, which, when I was last in London, was a very exciting concept, because I think I was about, I don't know. This wasn't when I was last in London. At a time when I was prior in London, I think it was maybe 17. And so I went in and asked them about their sword canes, and they said, yeah, we can't actually sell those anymore. Those are very illegal. But the sign is old and maintained. So disappointing lack of sword canes, but some very nice umbrellas if you're in need.
So you're saying Entropiq there looked like they had umbrellas, but they actually had sword canes. And
actually had sword canes. Very illegal.
Yeah.
But very effective.
I have to find this shop.
Have to do it. Get yourself a sword cane umbrella. Just have to pay a real premium. Give them the wink, wink, nudge, nudge. And then they take you to the secret sword cane department. So you can be a dapper and dastardly gentleman. Oh, pressure on for Anarchist. He has to give up this ground. They've gained so much space. Oh, that timing, though. That's the bomb now dropped. The duel here. The sandwich player gets dealt with. LeMan reloading at a really unfortunate time. And while snatchie will be able to bring back one, they're just so disjointed now. The bomb is down in the dust. Furlan is just working his way through B. Ooh. This does not bode terribly well. If Furlan gets caught, be so very tough for snatchie to recover, but Furlan has wormed his way into a bit of a cheeky position. They really don't know where these remaining players are. Now, snatchie's been spotted, but not dealt with. So the question is, can Furlan get anything out of this? And do they have time? 50 seconds.
Oh,
they still do have time. Nickelback's on the flank. Snatchie's gone looking. Snatchie's got it. Okay, good awareness. He might just try and bail out and go towards B. That's what they're going to do.
Oh, there's a player. This is madness. There's a player under.
Oh, Mir gets heard. He made noise. Didn't he? Someone's footsteps were heard. I thought they were Furlan hearing Mir. Maybe it was the other way around.
I think you're right. I don't see why snatchie would ever go catwalk.
Yeah, it has to be that they heard the player in towards mid or in towards underpass. So now Mir has the wrong information.
What's going on?
He's going to be ramped because he's cleared out apps, and the bomb's going to get planted at B, and they're going to be totally out of position. This has been just an absolute madcap round. They still think it's A. And now they realize their mistake. They realize their blunder. And are they even going to be in position to attempt this retake? They'll try. They'll start to move on through. But this is going to be a tough one.
Can they even get past snatchie? Okay, one shot missed. Still gonna get out this window, and Snatchie says no. Mir left alone, and I don't know how he forces these duels. There's not enough time.
No, certainly not. It might be worth his effort to try and keep them dead to the bomb, but just not a possibility to have the round itself. What a madcap round. What an unfortunate bit of spacing for Entropiq, right? I mean, hearing the player, great call, by the way. I think it was Furlan up on catwalk, hearing Mir underneath him to say, hey, come back mid, they'll have no idea. And then Mir's information turns out to be a complete false bit of confidence. Unfortunate there for Entropiq, but Ego will take that to the bank every day of the week.
Ooh,
What they won't take is Furlan.
Very aggressive. Perhaps had a read that they weren't all thinking towards A, but that it kind of just looks silly.
It's what they did last time, right? They got out really far and fast and kept the players hemmed in towards stairs.
They had way more nades. They were 4-1ing. Like going as a team. That's just a solo play that they just get you nothing.
Snatchie is in towards the chair. For now, it seems like Ego are going to let a beat into this round. Snatchie's just going to make a move. Snatchie's just going to make a move. It works. My goodness. Thought he was dead to rights. The Nickelback, and now a second kill comes through, and this is getting very awkward indeed. They've been swept off the site. And the money's no longer there for Entropiq. This is going to have to be a save.
I feel like this is why they picked Mirage. This has been a very scrappy first 9 rounds from AGO. A lot of loose play, letting individuals, you know, try their own angles to get into the round and then slow it down and let players walk in. And that wouldn't have worked on other maps in the pool, a nuke, for example. So I think it makes sense. This is why they picked Mirage, because it just gives them a chance, despite the roster instability, let's say, to employ a style that is somewhat functional.
Round will be lost to Ego. So they pull back in the lead. Nicely done here. Now there's the next one. Entropiq's going to bet the house. They're going to go all the way in. Off the 2 safe guns. They're going to try and make this happen. Nickelback will presumably be limited onto the SMG. A lot of utility, actually. Impressed by how many nades they've managed to get out here. But this is going to be a huge swing. Early on. Oh, he's moving again. I don't know what just happened there.
I think they've called a stop.
Yeah,
I think they've called a
understandable.
stop.
I don't think I've ever seen that before. LeMan just got frozen in midair.
That was amazing. I've never seen that before either. It's normally a straight DC. And I mean, we're seeing server side, so
yeah.
I don't understand how that's possible. It might genuinely be a server problem.
You saw all of his teammates looking at him. They're trying to recreate it now. Look, they've gone for a boost up. No, okay, he's just on his head. But what just happened?
It's got to be a server problem. I can't believe that's client.
Did he get stuck on the pixel?
No way.
I mean, his
no.
teammates saw him.
He was above the stairs, about a meter in the air.
Yeah, he was just suspended. What just happened? We need the instant replay here. That's gonna have to be medic, I'd assume. It's funny because he then started moving around just fine afterwards, but obviously not the way that round's supposed to work out. So
I would assume that all the internets between LeMan and the server just stopped. Just had its moment. That's amazing.
Well, now. New bug discovered. Levitation. All right, someone has disconnected. I'm assuming that's LeMan at this point. Now they've got confirmation that the round's not happening, so Nickelback's going hunting. Huh. That was quite the thing. It's going to take us a little while to sort this out, so we're going to go ahead and take a break and figure out what the heck just happened, and we'll be right back. And we're back in, and we're into the round. Okay, we're wasting no time. I think the scoreline is 5-4 at this point. Should fix after this round, unless we missed a full one. But we should be all good here. No one else floating in midair. No one else suspended. No, we definitely didn't miss a round. So this is 5-4. This is round number 10. It'll be reset after this one. But this round is critical. Just to catch you up after the break, Entropiq have gone all the way in. They saved a couple of guns, and they invested all the way in. So if they win here, all well and good. But if they don't, Ego's going to be in a prime situation to make gains in this first half. Furlan, looking for this space, looking for this fight. It's Mir on the other side he's going to have to contend with, but it's Anarquez as well, who might create a bit of a crossfire here. Mir's going to go hunting. Classic Mir things. He sees them all, but he only gets one. Oh, no. And then the second player drops as well, so that crossfire is ineffective. Mir broke it off, and he didn't necessarily get the results for doing so. Pressure's going to come in towards A, and they're making their move through here. I don't know if they expect two players to be here necessarily. Crouch on face, so maybe Nickelback will catch them off guard, because this would be very heavy presence. Nickelback indeed is going to get one for free. The second as well, and Nickelback might have just done enough. He's staying alive. He's setting up the crossfire, and there it goes. That's how it works out. That's the way the cookie crumbles.
Yeah, such hard work to split a site from just mid. You're all coming up connector. Maybe there's somebody coming jungle, but you're just guaranteed to hit a crossfire, and you can see Nickelback there. Nobody's even looking his way because they're so focused on CT, and if you have a player Palace, that's not a possibility. So AGO unfortunately lost their player on the edge of the map, and they're all confined into one area. A lot of slow rounds so far after what was an incredibly fast start to the game. So AGO seems to be the mantra now to wrap up the pace. They're out mid quickly, but Anarquez, ooh, he's ready and waiting.
He's got the identity this time, and he's going to get a chance, and he's going to get a collection. Snatchie down for the count. Right off the rip. No chance to build here for Entropiq into this round. Lamant's sticking around. He's got a player bottom mid, so he doesn't want to give him up. They lost Furlan elsewhere. They need to make a move. These mid players are all that remain. Everybody's just been cleaned up. PHR and Lamant, they still want to make this round interesting, and Anarquez gets caught flat-footed. So here we go. This was a disastrous situation, and somehow it just instantly recovered. Well, now, Forrester's gone looking.
I'm getting very nervous about this bomb being left in T-spawn right now.
Yeah, it's going to be the problem. Forrester's here. Forrester's got the angle. He's about to find it, but when he does, what does he read? Okay, he's not actually going to go looking for the bomb. He'll go looking for the player instead, and that will be free. And now, bomb? No, he never turns around. He never checks it. He never checks to see if the bomb's been left in spawn. So there is theoretically a chance for PHR, but he's got 30 seconds to get all the way back, to get that bomb, and then to get on towards the site.
It's not possible, surely.
Possible.
You need 20 seconds from when you stood on the bomb, and I think he's got to commit to this save. We've seen a couple of these rounds, Mike, where it kind of becomes musical chairs. There's so many trades, and AGO stay spread out across the map that...
What is he trying to do to save this?
I guess he's scared that Forrest is still around the bomb.
It's just wild to me that he does that much movement to save the gun. That seems to make him way more exposed than other possibilities. But it's okay. It all works out. It all does work out. Just maybe getting flirting with a little bit of disaster. But the AWP will be dropped over. Are they going to force around this? PHR obviously has got no real cash. Snatchie will buy him a deagle as thanks for the AWP. Armor around this. And it seems like they're just going to ride this one out with a very wonky investment.
Boost for the jungle cross, but there's nobody there. And yeah, this is a little bit crazy because unless they shock win this round, they'll have two players that can't full invest in the following. A bomb plant here would go a long way. They really do need it.
Look at this space that's been allowed from Entropiq, though. Entropiq have typically gone for heavier presence on towards A, and this time they're so soft on it. That's a big first kill to find for Nickelback, but he's so low, and Krad's now lost, so the site's open. The one smoke is deployed effectively for AGO. They need to get that bomb down sooner rather than later, but with control of Ticket, they can do so. This is a prime opportunity now. Still lesser on the weaponry, but having seen some guns, I don't know that Entropiq even read that. Nickelback's coming around on the flank. He wins that, 2 HP. He would have been dead if he'd been tapped in the slightest. But as it is right now, Forrester close up, gonna get demolished. Didn't expect him to be right there. This is getting so very messy. It's down to just the 2 to defend, but Bomb is starting to tick away. Mir has a kit. Very critical that Mir has a kit, and that's a good first kill to find PHR. Trying with the nade, and he will find Nickelback, but he's not the diffuser, so there'll be just enough time for Entropiq to recover this round.
I can't believe Nickelback's just got a 4K after being dinked in the first engagement down to red HP. That's ridiculous. That is ridiculous. If he doesn't win that duel on the flank, I think they lose it. Honestly, the other plants would have been so much stronger. And I think Entropiq just dodged an absolute bullet in that round. Where AGO looked primed to get the upset. And the bomb plant is good, though. It does, you know, bring the cash up. PHR and Snatchie have a good investment. What are we going for? Axe Echo? Yeah, let's go with that. Axe Echo. Let's drop that warp over as well. So, yeah. AGO done a lot of damage. They would have preferred the round win, but at least they get a bye in this one.
A lot of util sailing around in towards mid. AGO gonna make this their focal point. At least for now, it does seem like they're gonna be allowed the space. Mir might be able to... Oh, I was gonna say, get a bit of a cheeky stab here from the ladder position, but he gives it up, and instead it's an Arcus who goes down, pretty isolated over on towards B. This is gonna be very tough positioning, especially with Furlan still here in towards the mid window. Mir, that's a timely peek. That drops the bomb, but Furlan is through, and Furlan has made his presence felt. So now, do they even attempt this retake, Alan? I mean, there's not too many rounds left to play in this half, but this is a bit of a tough ask. The bomb's not down yet. Mir is fighting. So it seems like they are going to go through. They are going to commit in. I want this action. They're all about it. Let's see if Mir can find one more to make this a little bit more viable. Because now, he is alone. He's going to make it entirely viable. Entirely possible. And he will do no such thing.
Big response. Big response. Good entries. And yeah, I thought Entropiq would probably save in that position, but they stick around hoping for over-facing T-side players, and it doesn't happen at all. It doesn't happen at all, and they're so deep into double eco territory that they've said, there's no point ecoing for FAMASs in the 15th. We might as well play 2 4 spies. Look at this. 1 M4. Some deagles in the mix. I guess utility's okay, but you need to get a lot of value out of those nades.
Lots of smoke sailing open. Ooh, I think 2 players were just spotted on that, so Nickelback's going to be close up to it, and they've got the 1 rifle of Mir on the scene. That nade could be chunky. Oh, it is. It is. They're so soft now. The Deegs might as well be shotguns. And Arquez connects on the first. But the weight of the damage is starting to come back the other way, and, well, Mir just gets spammed down, deleted. Nice shot for Krad, but it's a desperate last effort here. It's all in the Forester, and he's done and dusted 7 all as we are heading into the last round of the half.
Got a little nerve-wracking. A little nerve-wracking off the back of that beefy nade, but Axe Echo gets his way in, finds those trades, silences enough of those CT players to make the progression up nice and easy in the end, and in a terrorist campaign that felt a little bit doomed in the middle, it's truly come alive at the end. And with this buy for Entropiq, you'd say big advantage now AGO. They should be getting 8 out of this.
Should do, should do. Madness has happened before, though. See what they're gonna do. A lot of time passing on this one. There you go, taking the time with it, seeing if the aggression's gonna come through from Entropiq. Got to imagine they're expecting some sort of aggression to come through. It's not happening yet.
Makes sense though, the call, doesn't it, though? This sort of buy, you just expect something. And actually,
really
Entropiq have kind of played into their opponent's hands. I mean, we've got this slight apartments aggression, but it's so unlikely to catch AGO off guard at any point in this round.
Here is going to get one, though. That's a rifle gained as well. Now they've got a threat from Catwalk, and Nickelback strikes. It's starting to get real messy. Mir with the flank. That drops the bomb, and there's just not enough time left for this. So it'll be the cleanup. A clean round and the half at 8 rounds for Entropiq.
You love it, you wear it. What's your style? Get your merch at shop.eslgaming.com.
7-8 at the half. About as even a Stevens situation as you could get. That last round, bit of a shocker for Entropiq. Don't even know that they were expecting to have that much success in the final round. But hey, they'll take it. They'll take 8. Now let's see what they can do on the T side. EGO. Got some dualies. Quaddies, to be specific.
5 armor T pistol. That's pretty bold.
Just click heads.
Yeah, they definitely need some entries because good luck getting a bomb down a Mirage without any nades.
They've all just been seen underpass. Snatchie has got a lot of info. The adjustment here is that AGO look like they want to take space towards ramp. They're going to do so. Snatchie gets the first. He's traded. Now they're wrapping the tendrils around on towards A. Laman's position's going to be a little bit tricky with the dualies, actually. Range is not his friend. It's so messy. It takes a long time, and they're going to be able to have a man advantage here. So there is actually space to get a bomb plant. They just do need to force the issue. Mir was watching underpass. Fortunately, the bomb does go down. It's caught off guard. Backstab on here. I don't know if there's a kit down. Certainly not one on these 2 remaining players. So this is going to be a tough retake. Full 10-second defuse required. And, well, at this point, Entropiq are firmly entrenched in their post-plant scenarios. HR? Trying to make the move. Trying to make the dualies sing for him. And he's chasing this kill. They're just waiting time. They got a player on the defuse. They need to be checking this. And they have done so. They pulled him off of it. Which means that the round is over. The round's a win for Entropiq.
Well, that was pretty crazy. I do think one nade set would have made their lives a lot easier, but they just about find a way to make it work. Those dualies from Tetris, not ideal. Not ideal with a couple of those jewels. And yeah, I think Entropiq really needed that. I think they really needed it. Of course, AGO picks up pistol in the first half, and now they're paid back in kind. PHR's got enough for an M4. Okay, well, all eyes on him.
Someone has to have dropped that to him, right?
But he had armor.
He had the armor from the last.
He had the armor.
Okay, that's right. He saved it. Okay, math. That's how it works. Somehow this flame, this Molotov has done nothing to actually damage the players underbound. Now they'll have to burn a smoke, though, and they are all here. Damage starting to come in hot and heavy. Crowd finds that first, and it seems like they are just going to force the issue here. They don't expect 2 players underbound, because why would you? But Laman makes them consider the possibility. Only for a moment. Oh, bad impact, all things considered. At this point, the utility's all but gone. One more smoke for Khan. They'll have to execute behind this. They need to get the bomb down now-ish. And they still don't have ticket control. Boost up. I like the attempt. And the spam works. Mir's gone. Okay. And Arquez holding the line. They know his position now. Still limited with the weaponry they have. And PHR is red. All into Furlan. A P250 and a Dream. But the Dream starts off well. No health. This defuse is still going to be a nightmare. And Forcer's just trying to play the patient game, but he'll find the right time to poke and prod. That round is so very expensive.
I just can't believe they got the spam through the smoke.
Yeah.
I was so confused as to how Mir died, but they must have just lined up, guessing the plant spot, and just tapped away. Yeah. Numbers lost. That's not the ideal, but they do survive the force buy that at times is looking very scary. That's the good news. Even better to keep this one clean. And Anarchis on that Mac Daddy. He's up in the faces. Make use of that.
Okay. Couple quick kills. We're not expecting much in this round from Ego. We're not going to get much from Ego. We're not going to get anything, actually. So this one's looking like it's done and dusted. It's been a nice start for Entropiq to this half, but not cleanly. And now the guns are going to come out in the next. Anything you're anticipating here, Alan? Ooh, nice little spin there for Max Echo. He does a little break dance.
I'm devastated.
Clock face maneuver.
Okay, right. Guns out. Snatchie up in play. And Arcades could upgrade if he wants to. Chooses not to. Stick with the Mag-10. And, yeah, when I look at this lineup, I say Snatchie is the key piece. He's the man we need to look towards on this AWP, and this time we're just starting window for now. As we can see, real prong, real assault. That's going to be on A.
Crad coming through. No two ifs, ands, or buts about this. They are just straight bulldozing their way on in. They've got the utility for it. Nearly caught Leman. He's fortunate to live, but this bomb is going to be planted. Let's see if the smoke spam catches them. Ooh, Nickelback has to be a bit nervous. They shifted up the plant spot, though, and that works out. Now Mir activated from the underpass. He strikes. He's like a trapdoor tarantula. Pops out, grabs his prey, withdraws. You familiar with the trapdoor tarantula, Alan?
No.
Trapdoor spiders, they're super cool. They dig little burrows, right? And then they make lids for those burrows out of like leaves and dirt and stuff. Basically disguise themselves, wait for prey to walk by, much like Krat is doing right now. Pop out, grab the prey, and then drag it into their burrows.
That's terrifying.
Super cool.
That is, you know, thank God we're not prehistoric when those spiders could have been 4 meters big.
I don't think you could do that. I don't think giant bugs are possible from a like weight distribution thing of not having a skeleton. Right? Exoskeletons don't work above a certain size.
That is true. I guarantee you they were still bigger, though. At
Yeah.
least, I'm saying at least 30 by 30 centimeters, I reckon. I reckon that could be done. I'll tell you what, I'll go to the Natural History Museum tomorrow and check.
If you're scared of the concept of giant bugs, just remember they can't happen. Both because of exoskeleton size and also because you need a respiratory network once you're above a certain size. Bugs don't have, like, they don't have lungs, right? They just have holes that go through their bodies for the most part. I believe this is how I'm probably simplifying things over. But basically, they just can distribute oxygen around their body well enough by basically breathing everywhere at once. Doesn't really work once you get above a certain size and a certain amount of your body is distant from air by necessity. I may have oversimplified this. I probably have, but that's my understanding of it.
Interesting. So if I drilled holes in myself,
No,
I'd breathe better. No?
don't do that. That's not
No.
how your cell membranes work or anything works. You would just bleed out.
But in the name of
Because you see-
science.
You do have a
We need to check.
circulatory system. You do have a respiratory system. Take advantage of them. You would go faster, though. You'd have speed holes. Axe Echo. Axe Echo. Axe Echo! He gets one! The second as well! The timing on that peak is impeccable. Don't know that he's going to expect the third. Kind of thinking about it. Doesn't expect a third, so at least he is cleaned up, and this is still around 20 seconds, so there's not a lot of time. They got to go now if they're going to do it. And they've only got one smoke to make this happen. Early find there for Leman. That smoke is, I think, not where it was meant to go. So now it just all falls apart, and that's nicely done for Mago.
Well, that was perfect. Couldn't have picked a better time. Millisecond perfect. 2 fast frags, sees the bomb, calls the boys over. And it looks a little better. So, still 4 to the lesser. Work to do. T-side money there is very blunted. And on the topic of what I brought up earlier, it still feels to me like Snatchie has to be the biggest element of the CT side. He has to be so mobile and aggressive. He has to be finding entries. And this round he does. Where's the window smoke, Mike? Easy opportunity given away, and they get punished.
Well, down a man. Rebuffed on the initial. Anarch has lost. What are they going to do with it? They're going to shift 2 players down underpass. Seems like they're still very focused on this mid control, and for now it is just Furlan watching this away. Snatchie as well through the connector. Has eyes on Catwalk. But mid itself is very much up for grabs. A window smoke to make sure of that fact, and now they move on in. Where do they want to end? 3 smokes still available. But Furlan's going to come for a little poke back in, see what he can find. timing here. Mir
Oh,
catches
no.
that. So critical. Had to get that kill, otherwise it could have all gone off the rails. Instead, now it's major pressure on to PHR, and LeMan's been lost in connector as well. So now Entropiq have their pick of the sites. Where do they want to go? Where do they want to head? They've only got 35 seconds, and they now spotted a player back B, so that might coax them forward. No, it doesn't. But the kill from Mir, I mean, how do they read this? They're moving on through. They're trying to, at the very least. But there is snatchie. If he can catch these players coming out of apartments, this could be wild, but he's so out of position. He's not on the angle, and at this point, they are down, and with that, this is going to be a very tough round to try and recover for snatchie. Meanwhile, Axe Echo's not even in the same zip code. Still works somehow. All right. This is interesting now. snatchie basically has to operate as a solo unit. Axe Echo is sprinting over here, but it's so slow to get here. They are going to go, though. They're going to make an attempt to this. There's no more utility for Entropiq, so Entropiq's just going to do it with the guns. Do it with the AKs. Nice Molotov. Crad burning, trying to buy time. Middle work. He'll give up his life. The Nickelback found the one. Actually, 1v1, and Nickelback hears the footsteps. He's got that, and he's got 13 for Entropiq.
Gets a little crazy at the end. That was a bonkers round for Entropiq. They had 4 in mid, and they were so hesitant to pick a direction to go in. So hesitant. And it's almost like Mir just starts killing everybody. And that just decides where they end. That was really bizarre. They were kind of sandwiched into mid the whole round, and they just frag their way out. And that dictates the decisions. And that has been ruinous to this CT money. Axe Echo goes for the Hero M4, but he's got nothing in reserve, so got to find value out of this.
All right, Axe. Kind of give him the axe. Oh, no. Uh-oh. He's completely isolated out. The 2 ramp players are in a lot of trouble here. They're getting overwhelmed, and they are down, done, and dusted. This one's already got to be a save. Time to play hide the M4. They are out of here. It's going to be 14 on for Entropiq. No mercy in this round. No hesitation. And no chance for Ego to do anything about it. These last few have been tough for the Polish squad, and now they're seeing their chances at their own map pick just start to drip away.
Well, that's 1 kill, but they need to...
1 gun.
They need to get a grindstone out because this axe is blunted at the moment. That was a good kill. Forrester, that seemed a little bit overzealous, but I guess you really want to hunt down these rifles. I think hang on to these 2. It will pay a lot of dividends when we look at the buy in the next. It is called a grindstone, isn't it? The ones that used to rotate.
Yeah. Yeah.
Good.
Chinos to the grindstone. Jack to the grindstone. Yes, that's how you sharpen a blade. Medieval style.
I only know that because of Skyrim.
I mean, hey. It's a great game. Sarah's playing through it again right now. Always fun to see it from another person's perspective. Skyrim.
On PC or console?
She's on PC. I don't want to know how many hours of my life I've devoted to Skyrim across PC and console. If I boot up my old Xbox 360 and check the hours, it may make me very sad.
Just an absolute gamer. In the genes, in the genetics.
Let's just say I love the land of Tamriel. Can't stay away.
Oh, I would love to live out our Khajiit fantasy every so often.
I mean, look, the next one's, it's not soon, but it's not too far away anymore. Starting to be some information coming out about Elder Scrolls 6, and I'm just saying, Alan, when that happens, when that game releases...
Yeah, new career.
You're just going to lose me for a month. Minimum. Just going to be going for a while. Oh, here comes the play. Here comes the play. The nades were timely. The nades are real good. Great utility damage here, but it's the hit on in that's the problem. Careful on the spam. You don't want to get caught with no ammo in. Now pressure on. Furlan naded down. Look at this play from Forrester up mid late. Oh, he's coming up catwalk. He's got a kill. And now he's got this catwalk control. This is getting so messy. The bodies are here on the site, but they're not here in time. And losing snatchie in the market is going to make this so very difficult. LeMan trying to work his way back in the apps. He had the flank. He had the backstab, but... well, it does come to fruition. I was going to say it's way too late. It might still be able to have impact. That nade was a bit of a guess. Didn't quite go deep enough to find Mir. This is a major risk. Having lost one player, Axeco might just want to save. They're going to have very little to fight with in this last round. But he's going to try. And he's going to be destroyed. So no gun saved through. They do at least have maximized loss bonus at this point, but it's going to be desperate. And that is 7 map points in a row now found for Entropiq.
Seen a lot of these half-in, half-out retakes from AGO. I don't understand how Forrester got up short. Somebody was holding that. There was a player in window spotting the cross, and for whatever reasons, maybe, you know, hectic communication, Forrester still finds a kill as he comes in, and the round just crumbles from there. Wow, Entropiq, it's not been the cleanest Counter-Strike, but they're winning such a high percentage of these rounds.
Mir gets one, but the trade is there, and LeMan, what a time to hold up. What a time to dig in. Big two-piece for LeMan, and now Ago finding the legs, perhaps. Forrester and Arnakez got an interesting situation. Yes, you would like to just win the round and put it away here, but also keep an eye on that economy. 2 more kills go against Ago. This is going to be very tough to invest into in the next. Again, seems like they do want to bring the presence, want to bring the pressure here. The player in the window, that would be a bit cheeky. Still plenty of time as well. Minute on the clock. What do they actually want to do? They seem to be figuring that out in real time.
Axeco's going to peek this.
In the ladder.
Oh.
Furlan's coming his way. Oh, there's one. All right, Forrester. One more kill. Does he expect a player in apartments? PHR is going to try and be in the insurance policy here. He's not going to peek until he hears the bomb. That Molotov will force the issue. That's going to force PHR back. This might be a chance for a bomb plant. It is indeed going to come through. Nate even comes out, so now Forrester knows there's a player apt. He already kind of had the read, but he's got confirmation here. Forrester, one more kill. One more kill, and this is a huge round, even if he can't convert it. He's going to try for all of them. PHR is dancing with him right now. Forrester knows that's likely pulling another player closer. He's doing a good job of holding them at bay, but PHR will get the killing blow. That's a great kill to find because it also keeps 3 players alive and means that their economy is not going to be ruined here.
All off the back of LeMan. Those connector engagements. I think Mir played that really well. I don't think he could have done anything more. That was just, unfortunately, his team left him in such an impossible position. And it's closing up. Still, though, 6 required. Double AWP now is cracked out by that CT side. So one is heading over towards the A-bomb site. So a bit of a change up. And this needs to work. It has to work. They have to find value off this double AWP. And yeah, 1 round at a time if you want to make this comeback.
Seeming like this is going to be Entropiq simplifying things. Always a good policy when you have that initial, you know, round go against you. And you're like, well, we don't really want to let the comeback happen here. Just go for a straightforward 8 take. Smokes on A. And here they go. LeMan, he was the hero of the last round. He's got a chance to be it again. There's a gap on the Falk smoke. The flashbang, though, catches him full on. And Crad will find that kill, so nothing out of LeMan in this one. Axe are going to follow him into the grave, and now this is looking disastrous. This is looking dire. A 3-on-5 retake required. Smoke's down. Plenty of time to plant this bombaroo. In a hopeless situation for Ago. They need someone to step up as the hero. Snatchie is the first. Snatchie collects. PHR sight lines over this smoke, but Forrester's got shots. And now it's all under these two. Furlan and Snatchie trying to get back through. Snatchie snappy on that AWP. Still 3 more targets to find. Full belt of utility. They can rain nades down upon this site, but they need to execute. Molotov going to force Forrester out of position. Furlan is lost, and Snatchie will follow him into the grave. A big round from Crad, and that puts this one away. That puts this one as an early dub for Entropiq.
Yeah, that was... yeah, I thought it was going to break as well. But yeah, when we talk about that one, I mean, Entropiq, I don't think that was the cleanest Counter-Strike I've ever seen from them. An Arquez situation, of course, would have played a factor. But yeah, AGO played a very scrappy game, very loose. A couple of the rounds were nice. They had some nice ideas.